Lydia, let's start with the Pro-Am. You had Chanho Park in the group. He was doing a little caddying for you. What was that experience like?
He carried the bag, from the ninth tee, kind of towards the fairway, and I think he was surprised how heavy it was. When he's asked Jason about, how heavy the bag is, and we said, around 40 pounds, I think he was pretty shocked. But no, it was really cool to, play alongside, a legendary player like him. He seemed like he really loved golf. So that was really cool to see. And you don't get that many opportunities to play with, a player like Chanho Park. So that was a really cool opportunity for me.
And then how's your game entering this week?
I had a good week off last week. Did a couple of days for the media day in San Francisco, and then came here. It can always get better, but we're trying to progressively get better every day. I feel this is a course where I've played well the last couple of years, so I feel good coming into this week on this course. But hopefully by tomorrow, a lot of things will be more polished even through this afternoon.
You brought up the media day in San Francisco, getting to meet the Warriors and go through that experience. What was that like for you?
That was really cool. I was just excited to go and watch them practice. Obviously, with every sport or even between players, everybody practices differently. So it was cool to see how they prepared for their game, just to be able to meet Steph Curry and Andre. It was a really cool experience. And Andre, I could feel like it's only been 2 years since he played golf, and he said he's shooting in the 80s. And we all know that Steph is a scratch golfer, so they seem to like the game, and when they get the opportunity, they go out and have a hit.
Can you tell us about how your swing has evolved since joining David, and exactly why you wanted to evolve to where it is?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is probably the club face at the top of the backswing. We've even since day one, we've said, let's keep it, with my rhythm, and just have the rhythm there and just try and make things so that it will be a little bit more efficient and more simple for me. I used to play with a really closed club face, and I had to compensate it to try and make it square so that I wouldn't hook it very left. Now I'm playing with a much squarer club face, and because of that square club face, if I come down the way I used to, then I either hit it really right, or if I try and compensate in the last minute, then I hit it left. So I think, people have been thinking that we've been doing a lot of swing changes, but, there's only like 3 or 4, just a few things that we've been working on since day one. And, we've been just trying to get better at it and just better and better and better, just trying to polish it. And we're not working on new things. When David was there in Singapore, we weren't working on a whole new technique or a whole new swing or a whole new way to come down. We're still working on the same things, but maybe with different drills or different approach to do it. So I think that's the way I think some people has looked at it is that they've been doing a whole new swing or a whole new A swing, but we've been working on similar things and just try and get it better at it. And the more time I spend on tour, sometimes something's gonna go out of place. So we've been trying to get back where it can be a little bit more simple, a little bit more efficient, where sometimes I don't need to compensate to try and bring it to square.
Just following up on that, I know I talked to David at the end of last year because he has the A swing, and I asked him about that, and he goes, well, Lydia's kind of like a mid-A swing, and what do you think of that, and are you more of an A swing now?
No, I feel like, I'm not more of an A swing now than I was November last year or April last year. I feel like it hasn't changed much. Sometimes, I go out of position, and then it might look more steep, but it's not like I'm trying to be there at that time, or we're working on to try and get there. But the A swing, I think the big thing about A swing was to try and get good synchronization. That's why some some players struggle with synchronization more than some others. So, one player, it might be easier doing that full A swing, but for me, it has worked where it's kind of that mid A swing where, obviously you shallow out a little bit, but, it's not as much as some other players. But that's why I think it all depends on the player. Like, Michelle and I have the same coaches, but it doesn't necessarily mean, we're going to have the exactly same, swing, because, obviously our swing speed's different, and, our height and all that, kind of pays into it too.
So you're going to Augusta, I would assume, for your Player of the Year award.
Thank you to you guys.
Yeah. What are you most looking forward to about that experience?
Even like after A&A last year, I really wanted to go to the Masters, but I decided to go back and work on a few things and chill out. So I'm just really excited, and I've heard so many great things about it. I've heard that there is not one piece of grass that is in the wrong place, and Anna Nordquist said it almost feels like you're just walking into a postcard where it's so perfect. Some other people told me that I'd be surprised how undulating it is, compared to, on TV. And now I haven't had that many opportunities to go out and watch the PGA Tour players. So that's one thing I'm really excited about is to, I was just talking about you. What was I talking about? Masters, right? Yeah. I haven't had that many opportunity to go and watch PGA Tour players, and I've watched a lot on Golf Channel or on TV, so that would be really cool to just be able to see them play. And I think I'm going to be there the whole of Wednesday, so there's going to be that par 3 contest, so that will be really cool to see some of the legends tee it up, and I'm just excited to see the whole vibe of things, and there's a reason why the Masters is the Masters, so you kind of want to experience it yourself, and now I'm really looking forward to getting the opportunity to meet Jordan Spieth too, because I've heard so many great things about him, how nice he is, so I'm really looking forward to taking a photo with him and getting to meet Jordan Spieth. Yeah.